Hi everyone, I'm Dave Oven. I serve as the Dean of the School of Business and Technology at Chipola College. And welcome to our next installment of our Biz Tech Talk. We're excited today. We're going to have Eric Dove join us. He'll be interviewed by our co-host, Ben Bridges. Eric's a leader on campus. He's the director of CCTV and video production. So we're excited to engage with him to see what kind of new projects we have on campus planned for all our stakeholders. If you look at our activities going on right now, it's an exciting time at Chipola College, both in class, in our face-to-face environment, and online. We have many resources for our students, our staff, our faculty. Our online program's booming. You can do all 4 years. So if you graduate high school or if you participate in dual enrollment, you can complete your entire bachelor's degree at Chipola College at a distance if needed. And that's valuable if you have a busy work schedule or if you have family responsibilities. You can engage in the classroom environment face-to-face when you want, or just take your class online and still work with our staff, our faculty, and collaborate with other students. What's exciting with our programs that we have, from our associates, from our certificates, all the way through the bachelor's program, you can focus on our 4 main themes of accounting, computer information systems, engineering, and management. And our broad areas, say these categories, really can help you reach your goals. For accounting, you can do forensics, investigations, finance, fraud. There's all kinds of things that fit well there, and bridge also to our computer information systems. We're working on $1 million grant right now in advanced manufacturing. You can look at programming aspects, launching new social media companies, endeavors, to reach your colleagues and other people in the marketplace. That bridges well to engineering, where you can look at manufacturing disciplines. There's this growth of micro manufacturing that's happening in the Florida Panhandle and in some of the southern states. So that's exciting to look at as well. And then this bigger area of management, that can tie to retail, to hospitality, to any area that actually fits your interest, to office management, to say working in a production company. So we have these opportunities, these areas to focus on that can help you reach your academic and professional goals. So please reach out to us at any time, and we look forward to serving as a resource for you. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Benjamin Bridges, and today we have Eric Dove here, the director of CCTV and Chipola's video production. How are you today, Eric?
Good, how you doing?
I'm doing good. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
I moved to the area about 2.5, 3 years ago. I love video production ever since I was really small. I always loved cameras and things like that. I graduated high school at 18 years old, and I found a friend that did music videos professionally, so I hung around him a little bit, and then from there got several opportunities to work in the film industry, and kind of from there is where it takes off. It really is who you know. Is you got to get the steps in. So you may be talented in that, but if you really got to know somebody in that industry to get your foot in the door to start climbing the ladder a little bit.
Right. And what are some things that CCTV has been up to these days?
One thing is that our set here, we're in a close-up medium shot here, but Connie Smith, which is our technical director down there at the theater at Chipola College, she designed this set and the students had built it for us. So that's one thing we're looking forward to finishing next couple of weeks. We have some more parts that are going to come in and more lighting that's going to come in and a little more detail on the walls and things like that. So we're really excited about that. That's one of the things. And then on the video production side of things, we just started the news. We're doing we did a pilot over the summer of doing the weekly news and what that kind of looks like and how that feels. And so we're kind of excited about that as we continue to do that. And so the main purpose of that is to, in a very short amount of time, in about 2.5, 3 minutes, to give you the crucial information from mostly from a student's perspective, and also to spotlight programs and students that do maybe outstanding work that may need the light put on them for a few minutes.
And that is very valuable to Chipola.
Yeah, it's in our social media. So I've gotten here, I've really pushed on that to bring that forward. And right now we have about a little over 1 million minutes watched on the lifetime of our channel. And that's great. And that's just focusing. I'm introverted. I love being behind the camera, not in front of the camera. And so spotlighting the students and getting the camera on them, shooting creatively, editing in a creative way, putting it on social media. A lot of people will generic or just share that. They just share this, and it's a really good marketing tool, I think, for the college.
I agree. And in regards to the dramatic growth that CCTV and Chipola has online, what are the long-term plans for these?
Yeah, technology always moves and it's always changing. One of the things that we're doing with, or I'm looking into right now, is we're gonna get the new website for the college, is to get CCTV up online, hooked up to that. I have someone I'm talking to right now, so we're kind of looking on the details of how that might happen. So getting CCTV locally, still doing that obviously, and then getting us up online on the website. In addition to, it might be possible to also get us on smart TVs, which would be a really awesome thing to have that option also. That's a huge thing. So we're looking into that, to continuing to, as technology moves forward, to kind of keep up with that in the broadcast, what we do here.
And with the website, do you mean like a consistent 24-hour broadcast?
Exactly. So it'll be on the website, probably under Chipola College Television, and click on that and probably open up, and it should, hopefully that's the goal, is to be there. Again, we're working with the web and with IT and with the provider that's going to be providing that signal to us, and we're working on that right now. So hopefully that'll be to fruition.
That is phenomenal. And with your more recent broadcasts, do you plan on utilizing, or what technology do you utilize that is cutting edge? And on Biz Tech Talks, we like to talk about technology.
Yeah.
So would you like to highlight some of those?
Sure, yeah. I love cameras. I'm obsessed with the camera. When I was working in the film industry, that was the one thing. I was looking at all the different positions, and I loved the cameraman, the camera operator, the cinematographer was like, I finally found out that's what I really like.
Right.
And so cameras like this one I'm going to show you right now. So technology is kind of coming a long way, and I'm going to get technical and nerdy because that's just how I am. But, this here is a small mirrorless micro four thirds camera, and don't let the size kind of fool you. It is small, but it is very powerful. It's 4K, it can shoot ultra high def, it can shoot 500 megabytes per second it's ridiculous. It's really, really powerful. It's also a broadcast standard. So across the board, Netflix to national television shows, there's a standard of high def and what that needs to be, and this meets it and exceeds some of those specifications. I like small cameras because they're small, and I'm getting a little bit older, so holding a big camera is something that I don't necessarily want to keep doing for forever. So yeah, it is small. One last thing is you can just go like this, it's handheld. And this box on the front here is called a matte box. It blocks the sun when you're filming outside. And because I like the documentary end of things, so being quick and lightweight and small and compact, especially for what we do here at the college, when I'm filming creatively for the college for YouTube content, Facebook content, this is the type of what I use. So, but you can simply just, with one screw here, take off the matte box, which is kind of a heavy, little bit of a unit here. And then you could hot swap it over here to, this is called a 3-axis gimbal, and basically helps stabilizes the camera even further. There's stabilization in the camera, but this is even better because now you can walk with the camera and it's pretty much smooth, like ridiculously smooth. So if I turn this on, this gimbal is made by DJI. Give it a second here. And you see now it's stabilized, so it has 3 different axes. Put a little more center here, doing opposite of what it is. And yeah, so now you can pick up the camera, you can walk with it, you can run with it. It's gonna take and move, and it does all those moves nice and smoothly. I think they're brushless motors in there. And the battery life on this one in particular is really, really good. So I could run almost all day on it without having to charge it, and it's just awesome. You have to run with it and do all sorts of creative stuff. And that's the last thing I think what I like about small cameras than bigger ones is you can put the camera wherever you want.
Right, the mobility is very important.
Yes, and that's just like, to me, that outranks a lot of other features, even though I like, the bigger cameras would be cooler, but I think that the smaller ones, being able to put it where you want quickly,
right,
is an awesome tool.
I absolutely agree. And when it comes to recording, pardon me, what is the most interesting instance of recording that you've ever experienced?
One was we did our movie. It was called The Last Man's on Earth. So it was an independent film when I was about 24 years old. When you're a young filmmaker, and you spend all your money on the most expensive cinema camera you can own, So now you're broke with your friends, out filming an independent film. It was awesome. And then one of the scenes from there was we had this scene with our main characters are behind this vehicle, and they stole this contaminant virus, this virus that's it's called the last man's on Earth, so kind of, the end of the world, 2012, back in the day.
Right.
And so they got behind this truck, and it was so cool. We had this cool boom crane up with a camera on it, and we had Humvees pull up and the guys with the suit. It was just so cool to have guys with M16s pop out with the lights, and they're running up, and then I'm with the camera. I had a steady cam at the time, running up and getting those shots. It was just, those are one of the things. I mean, to me, that's the fun experience. And what's cool about the camera is the untold person. The camera is a character that you don't see most of the time. And it tells
Right.
that story. It's directing you. It does all sorts of really cool things, but mostly silently. You don't even know that it's there, but it helps immerse you into that. And so that's, I think, one of the reasons why I like the camera so much in cinematography.
It's like a perspective.
Yeah, and it helps tell that story, but it's not drawing attention to itself, but it's showing exactly what you need to know.
And speaking of side projects, do you have any that are ongoing right now?
Yeah, we have one right now that we're finishing up with Connie Smith, the technical director, and also Rachel West, the English professor here at Chipola College. They teamed up about 2 years ago to make this play, and this play is basically World War II letters that were saved and housed by the FSU, and they call it the Institute on World War II and Human Experiences. And they took that and they made it into a play. And so I was filming the behind the scenes for that, and we're just polishing it up this week. So yeah, look out for it. It's probably on our YouTube channel, hopefully next week, coming up soon. And yeah, that was really cool. So basically it was so cool to go into the archives to meet these people that have housed these materials, and to handle the letters, to handle the things that, these people in World War II, held. It was just
Right.
a really awesome experience. And so it was a really cool thing to take some time off and to head down there with them, and to make that a part of the behind the scenes documentary. So we're looking forward to that coming up soon also.
And that's a real time capsule in that sense.
Yeah, and it was so cool. I mean, it wasn't part of the project, but they say, hey, we have some other stuff over here. And so one of the archivists was just walking around, and was like, hey, can I open this box? And she's like, yeah. So I opened up the box, and I couldn't believe I was staring at World War II Nazi's helmet. I was
Wow.
like, this is crazy, And then I picked the helmet. Can I touch it? And like, yeah, I didn't have to wear gloves. I'm like, that's so cool. So I picked up the helmet, and it just, at that moment, it really sank in. It really sank. It's one thing to sit in the history books, but when you're actually at the Institute and you're handling these things,
Right.
it really like, oh my gosh.
The reality.
The reality, yeah, just like, whoa, this was real. This was no longer, we're young. We haven't, experienced that stuff that they've had to go through. So a
Right.
lot of, I've always had a lot of respect, but the gravity of it really kind of hit me more.
You're
So
right.
Those are another, cool experience.
Well, it's been an amazing interview. So
you.
thank you for coming, and thank you.